You know, as you may know right now, all the networks are in the middle of May sweeps. This is big, big news. Sweeps, of course, are when advertising rates are established, so the networks pull out all the stops to get the highest possible ratings. Well, here at Late Night, we've got a lot of amazing stuff that we are doing for sweeps. We're going to tell you all about it in a little segment we're calling Sweeps Ahoy! Now, of course, the best surefire way to grab big ratings during sweeps is with superstar guests, and we've got them all month long. In fact, we had a huge star on just the other night. Take a look. Our next guest really needs no introduction. Please welcome one of America's greatest living actors, Robert De Niro. Great to have you here.
You talking to me?
Terrific. Robert De Niro, everybody. Yeah. Incredible. You know, another way to get viewers is with big cash giveaways. Yeah, so tonight we're giving away $10,000 to the first person who calls and can answer a question about tonight's show, which is incredible. Hello, this is Conan O'Brien.
Oh, my God. I can't believe I got through.
Okay, settle down. Here's your question. For $10,000, how did my last monologue joke end?
With uncomfortable silence.
Congratulations, you won! All right. It's not funny. Everyone knows you can get big ratings by showing a lesbian kiss. It worked for Roseanne, for Ellen, for Ally McBeal, and tonight, folks, it's going to work for Late Night with Conan O'Brien. Here you go, America. Big ratings now. A lesbian kiss. Come on out, ladies. Keep an eye on me. You know, Jessica Simpson has gotten a lot of attention and big ratings by playing up her image as a dumb blonde. Well, if America wants dumb blondes, we'll give them dumb blondes. Here's Thor, the Norse god of thunder, putting aluminum foil in a microwave. My burrito! At rehearsal, that's it, that's the sketch. There's no more. What are you waiting for? Thank you, Thor. How do you top Thor saying, my burrito? How do you top that? Answer, you don't. Woo! Keep moving, Conan. The show While You Were Out gets huge ratings. You've seen that show? It's by showing people having their homes completely redecorated and then coming home to see the results. Well, to help us out during sweeps, our trumpet player, Mark Pender, agreed to be in on a new home makeover show called While You Were Wasted. Tell us about it, Mark.
Well, Conan, the host of While You Were Wasted gave me a whole case of vodka, locked me in my apartment, and then came back the next day to see what happened. Take a look.
Okay, Mark, you ready to see what you did to the place?
I can't wait.
Check it out.
Wow, I trashed it.
Yeah, you really did.
Wow.
It's a disaster. I love the new kicked-in speaker.
Probably wasn't playing loud enough.
I guess not. You tried to cook eggs in your toaster?
Must have been hungry.
Hey, Mark, it looks like you got outside at some point.
A mailbox. Isn't that a federal offense?
It sure is. And this is really nice.
Ass King.
What's it mean?
No idea.
Thanks, Ass King. That was my name. You know, another big ratings ploy in college. Another Another big ratings ploy networks use is when characters from one show make an appearance on another. That's called something. I forget what it's called. Crossoving. Yeah, crossoving. Crossover. Had you going, didn't I? Well, anyway, unfortunately, no other NBC characters were willing to appear on our show, but we were able to get Law & Order's sound effects operator. Please welcome Eddie Bronson. Thanks, Eddie. That's a realistic wig. Now, we're all very excited to have you here.
My pleasure. I got every Law & Order sound effect ever used on the show in the last 14 years.
Okay, let's hear some.
Okay, check it out. This is from the original Law & Order. And this is from Law & Order Special Victims Unit. And this is one we use sometimes on Law & Order Criminal Intent.
Thank you very much. Excellent job. Nice to have you here. Now, shows like Dateline, 2020 always save their biggest celebrity interviews for Sweeps Week. Well, our show is no different. Recently, our announcer, Joel Goddard, went to Washington for an exclusive interview with President George W. Bush. This is a ratings grabber. Take a look.
Mr. President, what is the biggest threat facing our country? And how much do you weigh?
Terrorism, 182 pounds.
Can a word be a dirty word if it's also in the dictionary?
Like anus?
Yes.
Yes.
Glad I had that. Finally, nothing brings in higher ratings than series finales like NBC just had with Friends and Frasier. Well, of course, late night is not ending tonight, but our Sweeps Ahoy comedy piece is. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the long-anticipated big finale of tonight's Sweeps Ahoy comedy piece.
Well, guys, I guess this is it.
We've been through a lot together.
It's been a crazy 7 minutes.
Yep, I better go catch that plane.
I just had twins.
Robert De Niro, will you marry me?
You talking to me?
I'm gonna miss you with every fiber of my being. Even my anus.
Wow, I just had the most unfunny dream.
It doesn't get better than this. It doesn't. We'll take a break. When we come back, Peter Gallagher's here. We'll see you in a second.
I can't let you do that, Billy. He's broken the law.
White man's law, Russia. But there's also Indian law in those veins. Can't you feel it?
Yes, I feel it. But I have to walk a fine line.
Hi, everybody. I gotta say, we have great guests tonight. We also have lots of great guests coming up next week, too. You gotta stay tuned, including the beautiful star of that 70s show, Laura Prepon.
Wow, Laura Prepon? She's fantastic.
Well, yes, she is, sir. Very nice. Also stopping by next week, the star of the hit TV show 2.5 Men, Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen, wow. That former bad boy is Sheen-tastic.
Well, that's not a word, but I agree. It's good to have him here. Also next week, comedian Dave Attell, Saturday Night Live's Daryl Hammond, and star of the A&E miniseries Ike, Countdown to D-Day, Tom Selleck.
Wow, Selleck's playing Eisenhower? That casting is Ike-tastic.
It sure is, yeah. And in addition to all those wonderful guests next week, I'll also be doing my usual hilarious monologues. We'll also be doing some of our zany off-the-wall comedy bits. Oh, come on! You love all the guests, but you think the rest of what we do is lame?
Not lame, lame-tastic.
All right, well, we'll take a break and we come back. Feng Shui expert Kun Yin's here. Stick around.